Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Today we'll be discussing from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 2, text 62. So I'll be chanting the shloka. So please repeat line after line. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha.
Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha.
Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha.
Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha.
Sangasteshu pajayate.
Nasteshu Pajayate.
Sangasteshu pajayate.
Sannasteshu Pajayate.
Sangat sanjayate kamaha.
Sangat Sanjayate Kama.
Sangat sanjayate kamaha.
Sangat Sanjayate Kama.
Kamat krodho bhijayate.
Kama Krodho Vijayate.
Kamat krodho bhijayate.
Kama Krodho Vijayate.
Go to the translation. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them. And from such attachment, lust develops. And from lust, anger arises. Please repeat. While contemplating the objects of the senses, a person develops attachment for them.
Attachment for them.
And from such attachment,
And from such attachment,
lust develops.
lust develops.
And from lust,
And from lust,
anger arises.
anger arises.
Purport by His Divine Grace, S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. One who is not Krishna conscious is subjected to material desires while contemplating the objects of the senses. The senses require real engagements, and if they are not engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, they will certainly seek engagement in the service of materialism. In the material world, everyone, including Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, to say nothing of other demigods in the heavenly planets, is subjected to the influence of sense objects. And the only method to get out of this puzzle of material existence is to become Krishna conscious. Lord Shiva was deep in meditation, but when Parvati agitated him for sense pleasure, he agreed to the proposal, and as a result, Kartikeya was born. When Haridas Thakur was a young devotee of the Lord, he was similarly allured by the incarnation of Maya Devi. But Haridasa easily passed the test because of his unalloyed devotion to Lord Krishna. As illustrated in the above mentioned verse of Sri Yamunacharya, a sincere devotee of the Lord shuns all material sense enjoyment due to his higher taste for spiritual enjoyment in the association of the Lord. That is the secret of success. One who is not therefore in Krishna consciousness, however powerful he may be in controlling the senses by artificial repression, is sure ultimately to fail, for the slightest thought of sense pleasure will agitate him to gratify his desires. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimiraandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama. Hare Krishna Jai Shri Prabhupada. So here, is it audible from here? It's okay. So Krishna mentions a very important principle. So he says, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha. Pumsa means a man. Dhyana means meditation, isn't it? Dhyayataha. So Pumsaha Vishayan Dhyayataha. Vishayan means sense objects. For example, for my eyes, what are the senses? We have these eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. These are the Pancha Indriyas, 5 senses. So, what are the sense objects? What do the eyes seek for? Some form, some vision. Eye wants to see some form. That's the enjoyment the eye has. What does the tongue seek for? Taste. Taste is the enjoyment for the tongue. Similarly, nose, it is the smell. For the tongue, for the skin, it is touch. And for the ears, it is sound. So, form, taste, sound, touch, and smell. These are the 5 sense objects. Vishaya. So, a person, he is always trying to meditate on this Vishaya. Isn't it? Always. What will give me satisfaction? What will give me pleasure? Today I need to go to a good restaurant. That is the Vishaya for the tongue. Today I want to see a good movie. So Vishaya for my eyes and ears, good music. So I want association of my other partner, good touch. Smell, I want to smell nice things. You go to a place where you smell nice agarbatti or incense. So you feel good. We are always looking for that. So dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangas teshu upajayate. If you contemplate on something very deeply, Krishna says, you develop sangha for them. Sangha means what? Attachment, association, right? It also means attachment. That means Krishna says, the more you contemplate on something, the more you become attached to it. This principle is used in this modern world by the advertising industry. Why there are people buying with lots and lots of money the billboards in the most prominent places? Why? The more you show, the more you sell. The more prominently you show, why people are spending millions and billions of dollars during that Super Bowl. I heard each ad in that is millions of dollars just for a few seconds. And in the cricket matches, people advertise so much. And they hire film stars, sports stars to market for their product. Isn't it? We go to the supermarket, I want this Lux soap because it's advertised by this film star. Because the more you see, the more you develop attachment. Hey, I need to go to this resort. I need to go to this casino. I need to go to this place because you heard about it. You saw about it. We became attached to it. I need to enjoy. So dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu upajayate. Okay? And then now Krishna says, what is the consequence of that sangha? Sangat sanjayate kamaha. Sangat, from that attachment, sanjayate means it is born. What does it come from that attachment? Kamaha. Kama means desires or lust. I need to possess it at whatever cost. Lust is not necessarily the attraction between male and female. That's one kind of lust. Lust is also lusty for a particular thing. I need to possess it at whatever cost. I need to get it at whatever cost. And as a result, what will happen? You become blinded. Whatever it takes, I need to get it, man. So we lose sense of what is right, what is wrong. See, Karma can blind us into doing things which are not dharmic. Because our senses are so alluring. It is said that this moth, moth, whenever it sees something dazzling, effulgent, it runs straight into it because its eyes are so attracted by that effulgence that it does not see whether it is going to hurt or whether it is going to be beneficial. So the moth dashes into fire and gets burnt, isn't it? Because it developed that karma for that. It cannot stop itself. It does not have discriminating power. You know this bee, honey bee, it is so enamored by the smell of the lotus flower, and it comes into it. The lotus flower, it's broadened, opened up. It comes to seek the nectar and the wonderful smell, and it gets completely enamored. And in the evening, the lotus flower, what happens? It closes up and it is trapped inside. But I'll tell you something very interesting. This honey bee, it has so much power that it can drill a hole into a piece of wood. Do you know that? It has so much power. It can actually slowly drill a hole. It can sting, right? But it is so enamored by the smell, it chooses to stay inside and eventually it dies. See? See the power of the lust. It closes our discrimination. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. And then the last line, Krishna says, Kamat krodho abhijayate. From lust, what will happen? Krodha. Krodha means anger. Why does lust give rise to anger? Any guesses?
When we are not able to achieve
Ah,
what we are desiring for.
yes. When you don't achieve what you are desiring. How many of you have heard cases where people broke the TVs when India lost the match? I was personally privy to this in my childhood, in my bazaar, in the street. We were one of the few houses which had a television. So all these kids, my father was a big lover of cricket. And I was slowly getting into it at that point. I was not knowing what these people are just sitting and watching hours and hours. So I was watching there. They were all in that small room. They were all crowded and the TV was there in the corner. And the cricket match was going on, India-Pakistan match. And everybody was watching. And there was this student who was there in the last final ball, all the tension and all, India lost the match in a very close fashion. And what they used to call fits. You know what they call this? They'll like shiver and fall down and all that. He got that. He couldn't just tolerate what was happening. And he fell down and he got fits. And people got scared. And finally they did something and put some key or something. Those tricky ways of getting rid of it. So you see how the kama can lead to so many disasters. Kamat krodho abhijayate. So it all started from what? It all started from what is the first part? Ah, dhyayato vishayan. What does it mean? We are contemplating on a particular object of senses, vishaya. That has led into all this. Our association, our attachment to certain thing. So association is very important. What we associate with. Without our knowledge, every day we are associating with something, somebody. As I said, while driving, you're always associating with the billboards, whatever is written, isn't it? In the office, you're talking, you're hearing from somebody, you're associating. Every moment, without your knowledge, you are getting associated with something. So there was this thief, a small story. So he wanted to earn a lot of money. So he was making small robberies. It's not enough for him. So one day in that kingdom, he heard the king has something big announcement. He said, I'm announcing something very big today. All the people should come. Most of the kingdom should come. A big open palace. Everybody came, whoever could. They assembled. And the thief said, oh, this is my great opportunity. I can steal, I can take a big bag and I can steal from a lot of people. And the king said, especially I want saintly people. I'll honor them. I'll reward them. And the thief also wore a saffron cloth, saintly dress. And then he went and he snuck behind these saintly people who were sitting in the front. And he started to steal and put things in his bag and all that. And the king came with his daughter, to the surprise of everyone. His beautiful young daughter, unmarried. And the king said, today I have a big announcement. My daughter has a special desire. She doesn't want to marry another king. She wants to marry a saintly person. And then people started to talk, oh my God, what is this? Who is that lucky person who is going to get? And the king said, whoever agrees to marry my daughter, I will give 50% of my kingdom to that person. 50%. But she wants to marry only the saintly person. And as soon as he said that, in the front row there were the sannyasi, saintly people. They got up. And they started to speak from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and the Puranas. The importance of self-realization, the importance of renunciation. He said, we want to be renounced from this world and go back to Vaikuntha. And you are asking us to become entangled again? So they spoke some shlokas and chanted some mantras. Said, no, we are going. We don't want anything. We don't want your daughter nor your 50% of the kingdom. And the king became disappointed. Now he's upped the ante. He said, not just 50%. I will give 75% of my kingdom. I will keep only 25%. So behind the sannyasis were another set of saintly people, but they were grihasthas. Who is a grihastha? Grihastha means a family man, but a saintly person, a family man. And they all got up. They started to preach again from Shastra, from scriptures. The scriptures advise us to go back to Vaikuntha. They also encourage those who want to live a married life in a dharmic way. They allow marriage. But it doesn't mean that you can enjoy senses and again get entangled. We don't want your kingdom. You're going. And all of them get up and go. And the last row is remaining. and the thief is the last person. And the thief is sensing the opportunity. Oh my God, I cannot wait. And the people before him, they all got up and they started to preach to the king, chant some mantras, and they all started to leave. And finally, the turn came to the sadhu, so the thief. And the king said, "You are the only one remaining, my dear sadhu. Please do accept my daughter." No, no, sorry, you are wrong. I am not a sadhu, I am a big thief. He started to open up and admit everything because he has been hearing all that they have been preaching to the king, all the mantras they have been chanting, and even while sitting they were chanting. He's been hearing all that, isn't it? That has caused change in his heart. He said, these people, they found zero interest in your daughter or your kingdom. That means they are seeking something much more valuable than what you are offering. So an intelligent person should go and ask what they are seeking. I don't want your daughter. I'll go take their path. And he left, leaving all that, admitting that he is a thief. You see, what is that story highlights? Anyone? What is the importance of, what is the moral of the story?
Being in a good association.
Yes. Choosing our association. We are every day, every moment, we are always choosing. Choice. We have to make choices. If we don't make choice, Maya will make us a choice. Like one time I got a letter from retirement agency, like who managed the 401k. I moved from one company to the other. They said you have some money in your 401k account, and now you have to close the account. These are the various options. If you don't choose any of these options, we will choose something for you at this rate, rollover, whatever, which is a very bad deal. Because the default option, whoever gives, is always a bad deal. You have to choose whatever is right for you, right? So if you don't choose anything, Maya will choose something. If you actively don't choose God, if you actively don't choose good association, satsang, Maya will come, hey, let's go to do this today, let's go enjoy this, let's do this. That is why there has to be active association. Like you all chose to come today for your kids, of course, many of people for themselves also. You made the right choice to hear from Bhagavad Gita. Because hearing from Bhagavad Gita purifies us. There was this old man who was reading Bhagavad Gita every day. And his grandson is looking at him. Every day, Grandpapa, you are reading Bhagavad Gita, but you are the same person. What caused, any change has caused? I don't find any change in you. What are you reading? Can you explain some shloka? No, I can only explain few things. I don't understand most of the things. Why are you reading? And he said, okay, let's do one thing. Can you bring this basket? You know, they were living on the shore of a river, a little bit on top of the hill. And they had the coal for igniting fire and all that. So can you bring this basket, which is used to store this coal, dump the coal and bring the basket? You know, this basket has little bit holes, right? So he said, run down, fill as much water as possible into this basket and come up again and give me the water. Fill the water in this vessel. And the grandson ran as fast as he could. He filled the water into the basket and he ran back again. But by the time he came back, what happened? All the water dripped away from that basket. No water remained. Nothing water, no water remained to pour in the vessel. Grandfather said, that's okay. Let's try again. You can do it better. And again he ran faster. He filled the water into that bowl. He ran back even faster. But unfortunately, by the time he got up, no water remained, hardly few drops. And he encouraged him again, and yet again, to the extent that he was completely exhausted. And grandfather said, "Are you tired?" "Of course, I am dead tired. I cannot do anything. I cannot even put one step." "So, is there any use in you going down, collecting water in this, putting in the vessel? Is there any use?" "No, seriously, no use. What have you told me? There is no use in me doing this, just like there is no use in you studying Bhagavad Gita." "No, my beta, this is not useless. Look at that basket. What happened to the basket? What would have happened to the basket? Huh? Yes, it was a basket which was so dark, dirty, blackish. But as a result of that exercise, what has happened? It has become completely cleansed. So it is not useless. When you hear about Krishna, when you hear about Krishna's words, understand the meaning. Even if you don't understand, even a little bit you understand, it will cleanse your mind. So, on that note, there is a nice song about that association and cleansing. I'll open that. We'll sing that. Very nice melodious song. So again, I will chant and you repeat after me, okay? I'll chant line by line. First two lines I will chant and then one line each. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Dullabha manava janama satsange. Dullabha manava janama satsange. Haraho e bhava sindhure. Haraho e bhava sindhure. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Come on, everyone. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Sita atapa batavari shana edina jamini jagire. Sita atapa batavari shana edina jamini jagire. Vifale se vinu krupana durjana. Vifale Chapala sukhala balagire. Chapala sukhala balagire. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Dhana yauvana putra parijana ithe ki ache parati pire. Dhana yauvana putra parijana ithe ki ache parati pire. Kamala dhala jala jivana khalamala. Kamala dhala jala jivana Haripada Nitire. Bhajau Haripada Nitire. Bhajau Re Mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Bhajau Re Mana Shri Nanda Nandana Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Dasya Re. Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Dasya Re. Pujana Sakhi Jana Atma Nivedana. Pujana Sakhi Jana Atma Nivedana. Govinda Dasa Abhilasha Re. Govinda Dasa Abhilasha Re. Bhajau Re Nanda Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. Bhajau Re Nanda Shri Nanda Nandana Dullabha Manava Janama Satsange. Dullabha Manava Janama Satsange. Araho Re Bhava Sindhure. Araho Re Bhava Sindhure. So, we were discussing about Satsanga. Association is everything. Right? That's what our Acharya says, Govinda Das Acharya. See the third line. Satsange Durlabha Manava Janma. We got this Manava Janma. Durlabh, Bahut Durlabh hai. It's very rare. We take it for granted. But we have to pass through insects, plants, animals, aquatics, reptiles, birds, beasts. After 800,000 species, we get this human life. Durlabha. So he's advising, once you get this Durlabha Manava Janma, Satsange Taraho E Bhava Sindhure. Bhava Sindhu means this material world that we live in is compared to like a big ocean. Ocean of troubles, problems, distresses. So we have to cross. And this Manava Janma is considered like a good boat, good ship by which we can cross. So how we can cross? By Satsanga. So that's why I wanted to sing that song. Now we will be introducing chanting of Hare Krishna by everyone, because every day you cannot have Satsanga. You can have once in a week maybe. But you can have Satsanga with Krishna, God Himself, every single day, in fact every moment, by chanting His holy name. Because here is the biggest secret. Are you ready for it? The biggest secret revealed in the scripture I am going to reveal to you. Krishna, in his abode in Vaikuntha, in Goloka Vrindavan, there is no difference between him and his holy name. Absolutely no difference. Say, let's say you chant Krishna. Let's all chant Krishna. Krishna, right? Krishna is there in his sound. He right now manifested on your tongue. How wonderful is it? You see the magic. You chant with attention and hear very attentively. You will see presence of Krishna manifesting in yourself. So we'll see that. We'll try it. Okay? You'll feel for yourself. Can I get one beads? If you have extra. So okay, this has 108 beads. Anyone knows the significance of 108? Any guesses? So there are 108 important Upanishads. Upanishads are the Vedic literature, right? So it is said that the effect you get, or the takeaway you get, or the substance, saramsha you get, essence you get from studying and following all these 108 Upanishads, you can achieve by chanting this 108 times this Hare Krishna mantra. Each mantra is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, again together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, as I said, there is no difference between Krishna and his holy name. The more attentively you chant, the more Krishna can enter in your existence, in your hearts. He will purify your hearts. Just imagine God Himself coming, cleansing everything dirty in your minds and hearts. You'll be completely happy and peaceful. Like you see every picture of Krishna. Have you seen Krishna anytime unhappy or distressful? He's always enjoying. Anandamayo Bhyasa. If we want to be like that, if we associate with Krishna like that, through the holy name, we also will become like that. Okay? The only requirement is chant out loud, meaning not just in your mind, produce the sound, shabda, with your lips, so much you can hear with your ears, and every single syllable and word you recite, you hear attentively. And your mind will deviate, I'm telling you. But the moment your mind deviates, recognize that the mind has gone away and bring it back again to the sound vibration. Okay? Ready? We will chant 108 times. Before that, let's take the blessings of Panchatattva. Please repeat after me. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So now in complete meditation, without any disturbance for the next 10 minutes, regulating the mind, submitting ourselves to the sound, completely focused, chanting out loud, in synchronously, together, let's chant the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram.